terminated here at Reading. The train needs to be towed back to the Old Oak Common for repairs. We've called you off your break to be the driver of this rescue move. A Class 66 is being brought out of Reading Depot, just to the west. Meet the locomotive when it arrives in the station.
This scenario needs no introduction. This was done on the Train Sim World Map P stream. I just want to have a go at it myself, really, and have a little look. We're not going to do the whole thing. We're going to do very much like they did. We'll get it started and then faff about from there. Where is my... Where does it, I think I've got to go up and over. Choose the non-moving escalators. I'm not fussed that these don't move. I think it just put an extra strain on resources. Reading station itself looks lovely. But these escalators are out of use. So just to add a little bit of excitement-y sort of thing. I don't know. Oh. There we go. You're going to make me go back down those stairs? Because I didn't hit the marker. Yes. Yes, it is. Put the objective markers on when you're doing things like this, because otherwise you'll go way past them and miss them. You have to actually run into them. Destination display boards, they would be very, very helpful when you're in service mode. But no, they don't work. Do you know, mate, I'd like to sit down next to you and have a little chat, but it doesn't let me. And is it? Have they put these? Because these are sort of like very Network Southeasty sort of benches. Have they put these at Reading? Are these actually at Reading Station? Please, somebody let me know. Here's my 66. He's going to stop down here anyway. Oh, I found a map. What's a map? What do they do? Track is beautiful, isn't it? Some variation on the Green Panda Eclipse would be nice, though. It's weird. I mean, with this, what I can really imagine is like people making little things, like really little things, like we could end up seeing things like Network Rail work lights that can be added in places, and different types of skips and rubble bags and piles of like track clips and all sorts. It'd just be interesting to see what the editor brings, wouldn't it? Let's watch the 66 pull in. Well, it didn't go down to the end of the station, but it's supposed to stop marker did tell me to stop there. Oh, I like the 66.
You need to get that locomotive over to the failed HST and hook it up. Head out to the Kennet Bridge Loop, and then you'll get a pass back into Reading Station.
Cool. Don't tell me to do all this again, will ya? We're on daytime. I know that last driver didn't leave the brake on. He was a bit naughty, wasn't he? I mean, remember, I'm not by any way saying that the 66 drives exactly how it should. I don't think it does at all, but it's definitely the best of a bad bunch. And that's the wrong word. It's not bad. It's not a bad bunch. I think it's like I had this real snotty YouTube message or something. It wasn't even in the comments. Somebody decided to send me it via the YouTube Messenger, which nobody ever uses. Basically telling me that I should be reporting all these faults to DTG. Well, I have done. Thank you very much for your concern. But I didn't pay to be a beta tester. Or a beta tester, whatever way around you want to say it. I didn't pay to do that. I paid to get Train Sim World. I didn't pay for an early access game. I paid for the next version of Train Simulator. Now, I know they can't test on everybody's computers, but I mean, we've already had people who signed non-disclosure agreements and did beta testing for this that are saying there are faults from months ago. And I was speaking to a guy the other day who actually used to do some beta testing for Train Simulator Classic and some DTG work, and he was saying how Mr. P, so Matt Pedalston, really did strive for realism, but there was just too much time, deadlines and pressure on top they skipped corners basically. And it is a business. It is a business, and I didn't pay 35 quid for this. But I still don't think that excuses it. So yes, as much as all my faults have been reported to DTG, I don't feel like we should have to, if you get what I mean. We're all one big community, I understand that, and sometimes DTG are definitely seen as the enemy, just like Armstrong Powerhouse sometimes, and all sorts. Just Trains, for me, are sort of the one that I probably treat as the enemy the most. And I say that loosely, so I mean, we are all one community, but it is when people drag their feet. If you look at all this stink that was caused with Armstrong Powerhouse doing payware reskins, shall we call it, Mr. Pierce, and recycling old assets. But this is like one of those things. There's lots of brilliance in it. Masses of brilliance. It just isn't. It's far from being. All right, it's not far from being good. It's not far from being good. That would be wrong to say. It is good. Is it a release candidate? Not convinced. Well, it is. Sorry, there's no way of getting around the fact that it has been released. Should it have been in the state it's in? I'm not sure. But would have I waited? Would have I moaned if they'd held it up again? Yes, of course I would. Yes, of course I would. I should have stopped back there. Have to put some brake on. It's just not the loco brake, because the loco brake, I don't know if it will do that. Set the master key to off. Is that control? No, it's not. Right click it, no. How'd you turn it off then? There we go, Control W. Right, let's switch ends. That's not the CES side. Well, it is, but it's not. Got a bigger gap on this side by the looks of it. This will be the first time I've actually driven in this, the different cab as well, the number 2 end. Right, in here you can see dirt marks on the wall and everything like that. There's still not masses of definition in it, but it's slightly better than the interiors of the other trains. And again, I'm getting no noise difference being inside or outside the train again, which is really annoying. Let me try putting that window focus audio thing back on. Don't really know what this does. I'd like to know. Right. Okay. Let's get those lights on. Slowly learning the keyboard commands. To be fair, I never usually set the tail lights with keyboard commands anyway. I like the instrument lights. So I'm stopping at Tango 1685. I mean, the way some people are talking is like they've been purposefully duped into buying this. I don't feel that they've been completely honest. No, I will agree with that. I also know they've got to sell this, so therefore they're not going to tell you the bad bits. But I'd expect, with the sort of trust and respect Matt Pedalson has in the community, that I'm sure he would have wanted to have told us all that they couldn't do. I mean, in the last video I was saying about things that I couldn't tell you whether are bugs or are just omitted on purpose. So my number one is exhaust. Is the exhaust not meant to be there, or am I just not getting it? Nobody seems to have commented on it yet. And I'd like to hear your comments on that. I mean, nothing, nada, not a squat. Not a squat, diddly squat. So yeah, I think we should have got some sort of this is what to expect, and I would have at least expected the level of detail to be set at CSX Heavy Haul. Stopped a bit early because the loco braking's not brilliant. It's either on or off. And there's the handle halfway through, it's not doing anything, so. Do I need to contact the signaller and ask to pass? Yeah. Right, so it just tells me up there that I can do it. It doesn't actually come up and say yes. Like for that, what I'd really like, if they could put in that lady's voice, do you know what I mean? Just a bloke's voice to come over and say, oh, I've still got my local brake on. Just, it doesn't, I mean, the problem is when you're saying passing signal danger, you have to make sure you're saying the right signal number and everything like that. But just to say, drive your clear pass signal at danger. I mean, that would just a little bit more immersion. I'm going to have to use the loco brake to stop this anyway, just to get a bit more proportional control when coming up to the HST. I'm actually quite looking forward to this. I'm just going to stick the marker up just so I get... No, I should be alright. I'm trying not to rely on those. I'm not playing this on an Xbox. I don't think I could play this on an Xbox. I did try the Xbox controller with Train Sim 2017. Well, not 17, probably 15. When it first came out. Let's get the back eye working. There we go. Down onto the track. Ah, that's cool. That's cool. Now in real life this is kept in the guards compartment up here. Now what I would have, I know this is sort of, well, is it unnecessary? I don't know. You should be able to hop up there and pull the bar out yourself. Carry the bar down, plop the bar in. That would be quite cool. This I'm more than happy with. Just being able to do this, I'm incredibly happy with. I'd like to be able to turn on the main reservoir and brake pipe pressure gauges and everything like that. But there's a good video on YouTube about putting in the emergency coupler for an HST. But yeah, doing like the pipe work as well, that sort of thing. I'm still crouched, is that? Yeah. So I was moving at half a mile an hour. Right. Let's get a better view. Stupid camera system. It's driving me nuts. This is supposed to be like screenshot friendly. My bottom, is it? Fair enough. That's pretty nice though. Back in the cab. I can't remember the keyboard shortcut. Don't worry about leaving it in the comments. I'll read it myself. I'm not too bad for manual. But thank you those who would have done. Do need to worry about tail lights at that end. I think Matt P did actually go and check, didn't he? Right, I'm pretty sure in my... Who are you? In my other videos, when I was closing those doors, the sound was changing. And now it's not. I'm not where I should be. It's still telling me to prepare the train. Oh no, I do have to go to the other end of it. Yeah, I have to put the tail lights on, don't I? See, there's no passengers on this failed train, but the empty coach and stock train, there was passengers on it. WH Smith actually says WH Smith. That's cool. Park and brake off. I quite like that. I like that I had to do that. I'm pleased I had to do that. It's not Control S, it's F12. This thing will take 4K screenshots as well. That must be huge though. Oh, frame rate eating.
You're all connected up and ready to go. Once signals give you clearance, you're good to head over to Old Oak Common.
Yeah, I'm clear. My FPS is pretty awful. I'm enjoying this. I know you guys won't. This will lighten up in a little minute or two. We're not going to drive for far anyway. If I do this now. Yeah, you can cycle through. If I get out though, I'm not controlling anything. Oh. I sit back in that seat and cycle back to my cab. No! Right, can we royally ruin this then? This could be quite fun. Dump the brakes. Oh, we've got engine. We have engine. Right, let's take the park and brake off. Let's try and get this thing to do it, but really fast. It's not pulling any amps. No, the emergency brake isn't doing anything. Let's put a park and brake on. That seemed to make a difference. At least if we can slow it down enough to get back in the cab with the 66, that would be great. I don't know at what speed we can unlock the doors. There's some pretty hot brakes going on. Come on. Because it's through piped, actually, it's quite lucky it's not putting the brakes on. The parking brakes would be all you could get on. The only problem I'm struggling with is the noise. The noise is hideous. There doesn't seem to be a way of avoiding it. Well, there we go, we're avoiding it. Are we still slowing down? No. We really cannot get into the 66. Right, well, I've broken that. That was good fun. Whoa, here we go. Making some progress now. Both park and brakes on. I think we might actually make it back to the '66 at this rate. What are we at? Oh, come on, nearly there. Surely below 5 miles an hour I should be able to get this door unlocked. Yes! It's because I unlocked the left hand side doors. So my 66 is going to be sitting there in notch 1. Stop getting in my seat! There we go. I think we better radio control and tell them what's happened. And hope for the best. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that little dragline scenario there. I did. Once again, guys, thanks so much for watching. Feel free to like, share and subscribe, and by all means head on over to the Facebook page. Join in on the Trains and World discussions. There's a lot going on. Be nice to hear from you. So remember, in the comments, what do you want to see from the update? See you soon.